Greetings, leaders, families, and friends of Spring Garden Academy. My name is Dina Verley. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a dance educator by trade. And this past February, I hosted a workshop titled I Respect Myself, Dance, Song, and Stories for Black History Month. I hosted this workshop for my 3, 5, and 6-year-old and our family and friends who had children all in the same ages. And I thought it would be a really great opportunity for my kids to spend time with their friends and to learn about Black culture and share my love of African rhythm and dance and stories of people of the African diaspora with my family and friends. Throughout 2020, one of the most prevalent conversations I had with people was, I wish there was something I could do. There were so many amazing expressions of love, support, affirmation of Black culture, and of course, protest for injustices that people of African descent are facing here in this country, that I feel like a lot of people just were trying to figure out where they fit in all of it, where you fit in the story and where you fit in the solution. And while I don't necessarily feel like my place is on the front lines of those protests, I do feel like my place is in using what I know about African-derived art to encourage people to see the beauty in what it is and to broaden our minds about what we actually offer by maintaining and encouraging a diverse society influenced by Black people. So I thought that my family working together was the perfect way to show that whether you're 2 years old or a grown-up, you have something to offer to make people smile and to continue to model the beauty and the legacy of what we have been given. So my motto is, there is always something you can do. The inspiration from this workshop came from my mother. My mother was a dance educator and artist, and growing up, every Kwanzaa and February, my mom was all up and through Jesu School, leading African dance workshops and sharing stories and songs with the student body. And that experience left me with a sense of pride, because that's really cool to have your mom there sharing this amazing thing that represents who I am and who we are, a largely African American student body. But it also left me with a very deep sense of identity and responsibility, social responsibility for carrying on that legacy. Now that my children are school aged, I still feel that pull to give back and offer what I know and share the good news about who we are and where we come from, to shine a light on the contributions that people of African descent have made to the world. Part of my mother's significant service as a dance educator in Philly was as the director of dance at Freedom Theater, where I trained in dance and musical theater. Every student at Freedom Theater, before they were allowed to enter the class, upon entering the building, you had to say the password. And the very first password you learned, whether you were a baby or an adult taking classes, was, I respect myself. And the staff member standing there in front of you would say back to you, you're beautiful. And so I titled the workshop, I Respect Myself, because when I moved back to the Philly area after living away for some time, when I moved back with my 3 children, I really wanted them to have the experience of community and culture and legacy and love that I felt like was poured into me as a student at Freedom Theater. And it occurred to me this past fall that now that Freedom Theater is closed, the only way I might be able to give that experience to my children is to offer it myself. And so I saw a need, and I decided I had to be the one to fill it and not be sad because I couldn't find it or simply wait around for it to show up. Because this is an experience, this is information that I felt could not wait, cannot wait. So the class itself consisted of African dance and song. I shared with them funga, African song and dance from Liberia, and some Swahili counting, a movement of the day that would feature some sort of folk story or visual aid for the children to really latch on to the concept. And my family as a whole, my 3, 5, and 6-year-old, my husband, and myself, we all recorded story read-alouds each week of the workshop. That's right. I had to get my 3-year-old to say lines from a book on tape. And it turned out to be one of the most magical experiences I have ever shared, personally or professionally. And in addition to the story read aloud, there was also a craft that went in conjunction with the story that required the students to really think about the main idea of the book, the moral of the story, and apply it to themselves. It was a really wonderful experience. I got to see so many smiling faces. Of course, I got to see children learning something new, but it really warmed my heart to hear how much they were enjoying the workshop. And each story read aloud also came with a coloring craft where I tried to take the main idea of whatever the story was portraying and translate it into a craft for the children to color. And so one of the read alouds was Hair Love. And the craft was very simple. It was a heart. And inside the heart, they were just supposed to draw all the ways that their family loves them. And so I thought it would be a really great activity for parents to sit there with their child after reading a book like that and ask them, how do you feel loved by me and by your sister or your brother? And to see that emotion translate into colors and creativity on a page, I felt would be a really gratifying experience for the parents, and a really great experience for the children to find a way to articulate their emotions to their parents. One of the most gratifying reactions, responses that I got out of this experience was, "This fills a need." And it was gratifying, not necessarily because I made it happen, but because I knew that it was necessary. And so to hear from my friends, or to also have friends invite their friends over the course of the month and meet new people and be able again to share my love for Black culture with others was the reward in itself, to know that this was something I felt was desperately needed for my family, and to hear from the people that I created it for that it was it made all of it that much more sweet and gratifying. And, by the time it was over, had me wishing that it was longer than 3 weeks. And so now I'm going to share with you a few excerpts of the read alouds that our family did over the course of Black History Month this past February. Women screamed.
Ah!
Strong men fainted.
Run for your lives, Abiyoyo's coming.
He comes to the sheep pasture. He grabs a whole sheep.
You?
He comes to the cow pasture. He grabs a whole cow.
Young?
Men yelled.
Grab your most precious possessions and run! Run!
Just then, the boy and his father woke up.
Hey, Paul, what's that coming over the field?
Why, son, that's Abiyoyo. Oh, if only I could get him to lie down. I could make him disappear.
The boy says.
Come with me, Paul.
He grabbed his father by one hand. The father gets the magic wand, and the boy gets his ukulele. They run across the fields. People yelled.
Don't go near him. He'll eat you alive.
Wait a minute.
Daddy said as he reached into the drawer and pulled out a pick.
Ta-da!
Daddy, really?
I'll be right back.
He promised.
Now, how's that?
He asked, pulling a hat down over my eyes.
Daddy, come on. We can do better than that. I really need my hair to be special.
Don't worry,
He said.
we'll figure this out.
Then I had a great idea. I am every good thing that makes the world go round. Like gravity, or the glow of moonbeams over a field of brand new snow.
I am good to the core.
Like the center of a cinnamon roll. Yeah, that good.
I am a good breeze.
A perfect paper airplane that glides for blocks, for miles.
Forever.
Although I am something like a superhero, every now and then I am afraid. I am not what they might call me, and I will not answer to any name that is not my own. I am what I say I am. I am that sound in the forest when the mighty tree falls. I am waves crashing gently on the shore. I am a force of nature, a miracle, a blessing. I am brave.
I am hope.
I am my ancestors' wildest dream.
I am worthy of success.
Of respect, of safety, of kindness, of happiness. And without a shadow of a doubt, I am worthy to be loved. I am worthy to be loved. So I hope that my story inspires you to go and share your talents, share your story with others, to share, you can hear the babies in the background, to share in the beauty of our culture. God bless. Thank you so much for having me.